Tonight, breaking news around the world. NASCAR heads into historic North Wilkesboro weekend. Ryan Blaney's win shakes up the NASCAR in-season challenge. iRacing unveils new standalone IndyCar game for 2027. Championship leader Kimi Antonelli looks to bounce back at the Belgian Grand Prix. And your race preview for the FRB and the NNRL. Hello everybody and welcome back to VBS Evening News. Tonight we start with a very big NASCAR headline. One of NASCAR's most historic venues returns to the spotlight this weekend as the Cup Series heads to North Wilkesboro Speedway for another chapter in the track's remarkable comeback. Located in the foothills of North Carolina, North Wilkesboro is considered one of the birthplaces of modern stock car racing. The speedway first opened in 1947 and became one of NASCAR's original venues, hosting legendary drivers such as Richard Petty, Dale Earnhardt, Cale Yarborough, and Darrell Waltrip. However, after the 1996 season, the track fell silent for more than 2 decades, becoming a symbol of NASCAR's changing landscape as the sport expanded into larger markets. That all changed when the facility underwent a major restoration, bringing one of racing's most beloved short tracks back to life. What began as a successful revival through grassroots support has now evolved into one of the most anticipated stops on the NASCAR calendar. This weekend, teams will once again tackle the challenging half-mile oval where passing opportunities are limited and mistakes can prove costly. Unlike the high-speed intermediate tracks that dominate much of the schedule, North Wilkesboro places a premium on patience, tire conservation, and track position. Crew chiefs will face difficult strategic decisions throughout the race, with pit stops and cautions likely to play a major role in determining the outcome. The timing of the event also adds another level of importance. With the NASCAR chase drawing closer, drivers continue battling for valuable championship points and postseason positions. As engines fire this weekend, North Wilkesboro once again proves that even after decades away from the schedule, history still has a place in NASCAR's future. Ryan Blaney delivered one of the defining moments of the NASCAR season after capturing a dramatic victory that has significantly altered the landscape of the NASCAR in-season challenge. The Team Penske driver battled through a competitive field before capitalizing on a late race restart, securing an important victory at a crucial point in the season. While the win adds another trophy to Blaney's career, its impact reaches far beyond the race itself. NASCAR's in-season challenge, introduced to create additional excitement during the summer months, places drivers into a bracket-style tournament where competitors face off against one another across multiple races. Each round eliminates more drivers, with the eventual winner earning both bragging rights and a substantial cash prize. Blaney's victory allowed him to advance deeper into the competition while knocking several top contenders out of the tournament. The result immediately reshaped the bracket, creating new opportunities for underdogs while putting additional pressure on the remaining favorites. Beyond the tournament, though, the victory also comes at a critical time in the race for the NASCAR Cup Series championship. While the chase is approaching, every point earned could determine which driver advances comfortably into the postseason and which find themselves fighting for survival during the closing weeks of the regular season. Attention now shifts to North Wilkesboro Speedway, as we did cover before. As the in-season challenge continues and the playoff race intensifies, every restart, every pit stop, and every lap could carry championship implications. For Ryan Blaney, one victory has already changed the course of the tournament. Fans of the NTT IndyCar Series will soon have a new way to experience America's premier open-wheel championship, as iRacing has officially announced a brand new standalone IndyCar video game scheduled for release in 2027. The announcement marks the first major officially licensed IndyCar title in several years and represents an important step in the series' efforts to expand its reach among younger audiences and gaming communities around the world. Developed by iRacing, a company widely recognized for its highly realistic racing simulation platform, the upcoming game is expected to combine authentic vehicle physics with accessible gameplay designed for both experienced sim racers and casual players. Early information suggests the title will include official teams, drivers, cars, and circuits from the actual NTT IndyCar series, allowing players to compete across famous venues such as the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, Road America, Long Beach, and even St. Petersburg. For IndyCar, the project represents more than just another video game. It serves as an opportunity to grow the sport internationally while strengthening its digital presence at a time when younger audiences are consuming more motorsports through streaming platforms, esports, and even competitions and online communities. iRacing officials say additional details, including gameplay demonstrations, release timing, and feature announcements, will be shared as development progresses over the coming months. Although fans will have to wait until 2027 to get behind the virtual wheel, the announcement signals an exciting new chapter for the IndyCar organization as a series. Formula One returns this weekend as the world's premier racing series heads to Belgium for one of its most iconic events on the schedule. The Belgian Grand Prix at Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps, if that's how you pronounce it, is going to be hosted this weekend. All eyes will be on championship leader Kimi Antonelli, who enters the weekend looking to recover after several difficult races that have allowed his closest rivals to narrow the gap in the driver's standings. Antonelli has enjoyed a breakthrough season, though, combining impressive speed with remarkable consistency to emerge as one of Formula One's brightest young stars. However, recent setbacks, including reliability issues and missed opportunities, have reduced what was once considered a comfortable championship advantage. Now, with the second half of the season approaching, every race carries increasing importance. Teams know that a single retirement, poor strategy call, or unexpected weather change could dramatically influence the championship battle. Few circuits present a greater challenge than Spa-Francorchamps. Oh my God. Stretching through the forests of the Ardennes, the historic Belgian track is famous for sweeping corners, long straights, and dramatic elevation changes and unpredictable weather conditions, too. As thousands of fans prepare to line the hillside surrounding one of Formula One's most legendary tracks, the Belgian Grand Prix promises another crucial chapter in what is becoming one of the most competitive championship battles in recent memory. Alright, now it's time for you guys' favorite part of the show. This is our race preview. After another exciting weekend of racing, the National NASCAR Racing League, otherwise known as the NNRL, now turns its attention to one of the fastest and most unpredictable tracks on the calendar, Atlanta Motor Speedway. This weekend, the Cable Corp Cup Series takes center stage as drivers prepare for what could be one of the most important races of the season. Atlanta has developed a reputation unlike any other speedway on the schedule. Following its reconfiguration, the 1.5-mile oval now races much more like a super speedway, producing tight packs of cars running inches apart at speeds approaching 190 miles per hour. Drivers can find themselves leading one lap and fighting to stay in the top 20 just moments later, making every lap a battle for position. Because of the drafting style racing, teamwork will once again play a major factor. Teammates and manufacturer alliances often work together to move through the field, while drivers without help can quickly lose momentum. The closing laps have become especially dramatic at Atlanta, where 3-wide and even 4-wide racing has become common as competitors fight for the victory. This weekend also comes at a critical point in the Cable Corp Cup Series season as the championship battle continues to intensify even after Daytona. Every point earned could make the difference between securing a chase position or a playoff position. They haven't announced it, which system is going to be used, or being left on the outside looking in. Fans should also keep an eye out on qualifying, though, where starting position may influence early track position, even though Atlanta's racing often allows drivers to move through the field very quickly. As the green flag waves this weekend, one question does remain: who will survive the chaos, execute when it matters most, and leave Atlanta with one of the biggest victories of the Cable Corp Cup Series schedule? We'll find out when the NNRL returns to action at one of its most exciting venues. The FRB Championship returns to action this weekend as teams and drivers travel to the Rio de Janeiro circuit for what promises to be another pivotal round of the season. Set against one of the world's most recognizable skylines, the Rio circuit combines long straights, fast sweeping corners, and technical braking zones, creating one of the most demanding tracks on the calendar. Drivers will need to find the perfect balance between outright speed and tire management, while teams look to maximize every opportunity throughout the weekend. The championship battle remains incredibly close heading into Rio, though, with several drivers still firmly in contention for the title. Every point has become increasingly valuable. A victory this weekend could provide a significant boost in the standings to any driver, while even a minor mistake could allow championship rivals to gain crucial ground. One of the biggest storylines entering the weekend will definitely be strategy, though. The Rio circuit is known for putting heavy wear on both tires and brakes, forcing teams to carefully manage their race plans. Qualifying could prove just as important as the race itself. While the circuit features several overtaking opportunities, clean air and track position remain major advantages. Weather is another factor that teams will be monitoring closely. Rio has a reputation for rapidly changing conditions, just like here in Florida, and even a brief rain shower could completely transform the race. Teams will need to react quickly with tire choices and pit strategy should the forecast change throughout the event. Fans can expect another weekend filled with high speed action, strategic battles, and close racing as FRB continues its march toward crowning the season's champion. By the time the checkered flag falls in Rio de Janeiro, the championship picture could look very different heading into the next round. Both the NNRL and FRB will be broadcasted this weekend on VBS. And that's our race preview. Thank you for joining us and watching VBS Evening News. Those are all of your headlines for tonight. Have a great and amazing night.